a cut section to acquire all these transitions, titles, and so many more effects. You have to make sure you're in the cut section. So I had to go to the cut section, and as you can see, this is my lower third. So it has almost the same concept as just dragging here. Wait, let me just, yeah. Okay, so this is where it is. Sorry. Okay, there we go. And there we go. That's how I created the lower third. So how I wrote onto the lower third, how I put my personalized text onto the lower third, I had to make sure I'm on Inspector. Again, Inspector allows you to go through your text and write anything you want. Youth. Oh, sorry. Youth, representative. And then that's for the small text. So this is for the big text. The big text is supposed to be carrying his name. Okay, yeah. Wait, let me just quickly play that.
I'm here to give
and that is how I created my first lower third. So let me just quickly remove this and this. Oh, sorry. Delete. Okay, so let's go to the next part of our documentary.
My take on equality in education, and my take is a straightforward take in education in our society.
All right. So as he was, I tried to get some of the clips from the UNICEF documentary onto mine that were matching onto his words. Like when he was saying community, I wanted something that would really match up his words. So I looked for something like an establishing shot.
I think equality in education should
and that's the establishing shot that I wanted.
Creating the right opportunities for both boys and girls in the society.
Okay. And that is the text. Alright, for these two texts, I didn't really have to add on any transition because it's a fade and they just kind of fade right into each other, which is something I didn't want to put any transition on because I think it would be too much.
Equality is a concept.
Alright, so I got a number of interviews from my previous, a number of clips from my previous interview that I had first. He had a lot to say about equality, so I had to cut out some parts. So let's just kind of play that.
Equality is...
Yeah, so this is the first interview that I had first with one of the teachers. I thought the information he was sharing was also appropriate for this documentary since I wanted a number of youth representatives around here to share what they have to say because I'm also looking at the youth. Yeah. Right, let's go to the next part of our documentary.
And be given in life than being equipped with the knowledge of how to think. That will make you equal along the traditional definitions of equality.
All right, that is the text. It's a fed. I didn't really have to put a transition in there because it would just mess everything up. This is a clip I got from the UNICEF video. Let's head right onto this part.
I have seen so many girls suffering because of poverty. They can't go to school because of lack of basic needs, for example, lack of sanitary towels.
Okay, so the documentary had a total of 3 interviews, and that means 3 productions, and yeah, the equipment I used will be in the explanations in the slideshow. So yeah, let's just continue the explanation.
Most of them do stay at home during those days that when you look at so many cultures, there are those cultures that make the girl child to get married at a younger age, mainly because they want a wealthy return. So it's like they're selling.
All right. So this is the part I have to put an explanation on.
Those cultures that make the girl child to get married at a younger age, mainly because they want a wealthy return. So it's like they're selling.
All right. So you notice as she's talking, her audio heads right onto the next scene. So how I did that, I had to cut a clip and extend her audio. Her audio is right here. As I was making this interview, the volume was not so high, so I had to make sure I had to increase the volume of this audio, and we can see the controls from here. You have to make sure you're in Inspector, and under Inspector there's video, effects, transition, and audio. So I noticed that there were some issues with this interview in terms of volume, so I had to increase the volume to its max because it was too low. So let's just head right onto the part I have to explain.
At so many cultures, like they're selling their girls for wealth. So many girls get married.
Okay, so I had to make sure that some of the video clips had to be deleted, but for you to do that, you have to make sure that they are unlinked. If you want them linked, then you just have to tap on the link chain, and yeah. But for this, since I had to cut some of the video and extend only her audio onto the next scene, I had to unlink them. So that's how you notice that. And I also had to cut some scenes from the video, and I had to extend the audio onto the next scene.
Like they're selling their girls for wealth. So many girls get married at a younger age.
So you notice that her audio moves right onto the next scene with that concept I just explained. Okay, so I got a 1 hour for the music. I got a 1 hour clip, a 1 hour audio. So that was just too much for the plan I had. So for the music, I had to make sure it's fading. So all you have to do, it's fading to give that idea that the documentary is ending. So yeah. So I needed it to fade to give the viewers that the documentary is ending, to give a sense of uniformity. And let me just give an explanation of how I faded the audio. Okay, so I'm going to unfade it, and we'll notice how
they're selling their girls for wealth. So many girls get married at a younger age and they're not able to access education.
Okay, so you notice the abrupt ending, which is not too uniform and not it's just not so uniform, and it doesn't sound very satisfying for the viewers as well. So all you have to do to make sure that it's fading at the end and reducing its volume as it ends, all you have to do is click onto your audio. Oh, sorry. And sorry. Oh, sorry. you have to do is just click onto your audio and make sure that it's fading. Yeah. Thank you, and this is my explanation on how I created the documentary. The documentary will be viewing to ages 13 to 25, because this is something that will be relating to the age groups that I'm looking at. And yeah, thank you so much. This is a documentary that will be looking onto equality, and yeah, thank you.